Today we are ranking the best illustration rare Pokemon cards from the Scarlet and Violet era to sell as a PSA 10. I rank these cards based off of a profit margin percentage from buying the card raw to paying to get it graded compared to what the average selling price is of a PSA 10 of that card. The only criteria for this list, outside of it just being IRs from the Scarlet and Violet era, is that the PSA 10 of this card has to be sold at least once a week on average. So let's jump into it. We're going to start at number 10 and work our way up to number 1. All right, party people, this should be a really fun and interesting list. So we're going to start off with number 10. We have the Fuecoco from Paldea Evolved. This thing's coming in at 1116 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is at 119 at one sale per week. The profit margin percent on this one is 75.16. and the net profit is $93. This was not clickbait, people. The Magikarp is actually at number 9 on this list. Obviously this card's gorgeous, but from a profit margin percentage, it's lower than the others. This thing's coming in at 110 ungraded, but a PSA 10's coming in at a whopping $564 at one sale per day. The profit margin percentage on this one is 75.53%, and the net profit is $426, making this the highest profit card that we have on this list today. But like I said, the percentage is not as high as the others. Believe it or not, the little fly guy Quaxley is coming in at number 8, and it's also from Paldea Evolved. This thing is coming in at $6 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $105 at one sale per week. Profit margin percentage on this one is 76.79%, and the net profit is $81. Number 7 on this list is the Kirlia from Scarlet and Violet base. This thing's coming in at $11 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $133 at one sale per week. The profit margin percentage for this one is 77.27%, and the net profit is $107. Number 6 on this list is the Drowsy from Scarlet and Violet base, and this thing's coming in at $14.50 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $145 at one sale per week, so just squeaking in. The profit margin percentage on this one is 77.43%, and the net profit is $113. And now we're moving into our top 5, and at number 5 we have the Scisor from Obsidian Flames. And dude, I love this card. This card is one of my favorite cards from the entire era. The red sky, the Scisor, it looks fantastic. I love this artwork. I love this Pokemon. I love this card. The Scisor is coming in at $5 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $114 at one sale per week. The profit margin percentage on this card is 78.67%, and it comes in with a net profit of $91. Number 4 on this list is the Gloom from Obsidian Flames. Look at the little party wieners in the bottom right hand corner. Honestly, I don't think I've ever noticed that until I just blew this picture up. This card's coming in at $739 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $120 at two sales per week. The profit percentage on this card is 80%, and the net profit is going to be $96. And here we are at number 3, one of my favorite cards in the Scarlet and Violet era, maybe one of my favorite Tyrannotars ever. I love this card. I'm a huge Godzilla fan. This gives me a Godzilla kind of vibe. So the T-Tar is coming in at $31 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $276 at two sales per week. The profit margin on this card is 82.62%, and that is bringing in a net profit of $228. And now we have the number 2 card on this list. I'm gonna be honest, guys, when I was gathering information for this video and for this list, I thought that this one was going to be number 1. I know that this one has some crazy profit margins. I know that this card is relatively high in a PSA 10. We've been chasing it for the past couple weeks. I think this card really blew me away that this was not number 1. So the Ralts from Scarlet and Violet base is coming in at $14.25 ungraded, and a PSA 10 is $195 at one sale per week. This card is bringing in a profit margin percentage of 82.78% and a net profit of $161. And our number 1 card on this list, believe it or not, is the Ice Cube from Paldea Evolved. I completely forgot that this card even existed. The more and more I look at this card, the more I remember that I actually love this card. I'm a sucker for the bright colors. I'm not gonna lie to you. Anytime there's a lot of bright colors, I don't know, my eyes just are attracted to it. Our number 1 card, the Ice Cube, is coming in at $7 ungraded pretty much, and then a PSA 10 though is $199.99 at one sale per week. And this card is bringing bringing in a whopping profit margin percentage of 86.68% with a net profit of $172. Guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I hope you guys get some value out of this list. Did anything blow you away? Did anything kind of like, oh, that doesn't make no sense? Did the Magikarp being at 9, the Ice Cube being at 1? What do you guys think about this? Guys, it also comes to my attention that there's pretty much from 3 sets: Obsidian Flames, Paldea Evolved, and Scarlet and Violet Base. I swear to you, I looked up every IR from every single set, and maybe whether or not some of the newer sets, they haven't been out long enough to have a sale per week. Value of the card raw is just too high compared to the PSA 10 price. Maybe that's what it was. There's a multiple couple little factors that played into this. This was the 10 that I came up with. I appreciate all the love and support, guys. Make sure you check out PokeFactoryShop.com, where we are selling packs. Of course, we have our 70% guaranteed hit rate, whether you get it from your packs or from the hitbox. It's a great time, I promise you. I try to make every live stream an event, a fun time, to where you're not just sitting there mindlessly watching. Guys, we are also pushing for 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So by January 1st, I need to be at 10,000 subs. That way I can open up one of my favorite sets of all time. I'm hoping to do a Deoxys Blister. I really want to go Gold Star Rayquaza hunting. It's one of my favorite cards ever. So let's make this dream come true, please. 10,000 subs. Hit the sub button for your boy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Poke Factory out. Peace!